Today we're going to try Burger King's newest addition. It is the Royal Crispy Chicken Sandwich, which controversially, is replacing the Ch'King sandwich, which I know a lot of people really loved. Personally, I found the Ch'King to be pretty good, but not my favorite, not even close to my favorite chicken sandwich. But I know a lot of people who would positively compare it to Popeyes, which I wouldn't. I would say Popeyes is a league ahead of the Ch'King, but the Ch'King for a fast food chicken sandwich was above standard, let's say. And they got rid of that because the process of making the Ch'King, as far as I know, this is from minor research. I don't work at Burger King. I don't know anybody that does right now. I did work at Burger King in the past, little bit of a lower bit there, but as far as I know, they had to actually hand bread the chicken in the store, which added like a whole new station in the kitchen, and it was just a whole process, which is not really worthwhile apparently to Burger King. So they went back to a more standard chicken sandwich, which I'm assuming comes in frozen and you just fry it in oil, and that's that. Which I don't necessarily hate. This is kind of like the old standard chicken sandwich. They're going back old school before Popeyes lit up the craze of just of having like a nice freshly made chicken sandwich with just pickles, and that was it. Pickles and mayo, bam, that was the whole sandwich. Everybody does that now. Burger King said, hey, let's go back to the old school style. We're just gonna fry it up and put tomatoes and lettuce on it and make it like a fresh chicken sandwich, which I don't hate, even though, you know, they also have, of course, their standard Burger King long chicken sandwich. But that, to me, I used to really love it as a kid, but nowadays I'm not really a fan of that kind of chicken. But this could be okay. I've heard good things. I watched one review on it, which I usually don't watch reviews on these before I eat them, but I checked it out and people said it's all right. So we'll see how their chicken sandwich now holds up. Maybe it'll be, you know, it's a different format. Maybe I'll like it better than the Ch'King. I've heard good things. So let's give it a shot. Here we go. To me, this chicken sandwich, having eaten half of it now, it's the very definition of it's all right. It's okay. I would give it a 3 to get off right off the bat. I'd give it a 3. It's a solid middle of the road chicken sandwich. It kind of lacks a little bit of flavor. It's not, you can tell that it was previously frozen, but the lettuce and tomato and the mayo, you know, they kind of add a little bit. It makes a cohesive chicken sandwich, but the chicken patty itself is not necessarily that great. It's just okay. It's a solid alternative. Now we're going to get into speculation, because this is what I think is happening in the fast food market, and this is purely in my mind. I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know what people are saying. What I think is happening is that Burger King is trying to basically reset the expectations for a chicken sandwich in the fast food market. Now, what I mean by that is that Popeyes really, they changed the game. I don't know how long ago it was, 4 or 5 years ago now, 3 or 4 years ago. They threw up and they shook up the whole market when they put out their chicken sandwich, and it feels like most places have been playing catch up for the last few years, trying to hit something like the Popeyes chicken sandwich, trying to match it, trying to compete. And I think Burger King, after the Ch'King, they realized that it's just not viable for them to compete with Popeyes, a dedicated chicken place, on their chicken sandwich. So they're attempting to reset the market to what it was before Popeyes did that, which in my mind, the chicken sandwich, the premium chicken sandwiches on fast food menus, like burger menus like McDonald's and Burger King, places like that, Carl's Jr., the chicken sandwich was more of an alternative for people who didn't really feel like a burger or want a burger at the time. Like I know in my family, and I've definitely seen it in other families, it would be a thing where my mom would like the chicken sandwich. We'd all go get burgers, and she'd say she wants a chicken sandwich because she doesn't want a burger. She doesn't want to eat red meat right now. She wants to have a chicken sandwich. I feel like that was what it was back in the day for a long time. It's like you go to Burger King, everybody gets the burger, but there's usually one person in the group who doesn't want a burger, so they get the chicken sandwich, even though they know it's not the best chicken sandwich. They're there, so that's what they get. They order the chicken sandwich. I feel like that's what Burger King is trying to do now. They're trying to go back to that dichotomy. They're trying to say, hey, we have a chicken sandwich if you want it, but really we're a burger place. So they're not trying to focus on the chicken anymore. They realize that competing with Popeyes is probably not a good move. So they're resetting back to what it was pre-2018 or 2019, whenever the chicken sandwich came out. I can't remember, at Popeyes, but they're trying to reset to what it was. And to be totally fair to Burger King, I think that that's probably a smart idea. Even though a lot of people like the Ch'King, I feel like it probably cost them a lot and added definitely a lot of labor to make the Ch'King. So I think it's a good idea to reset. The thing I don't like as a consumer is that the price is actually higher. This sandwich is actually $5, whereas the Ch'King used to be $4.49 and was obviously a better sandwich than this, and was definitely bigger and definitely cost more per unit for Burger King to make. I'm sure this chicken sandwich is significantly cheaper for Burger King to make. I don't know like the cost per unit. If you work at Burger King, you might be able to see that on a page. You can definitely, the managers can see the cost per unit when they order things, but I'm sure that this chicken sandwich is significantly cheaper, and it's definitely 100% less labor intensive, because it's like anything else. It's like chicken nuggets or chicken fries or french fries. You just toss it in the fryer, take it out, put it on the sandwich, you're done. You don't have to have somebody there to bread it and have the whole station in the kitchen taking up space. So I'm sure it's saving Burger King buku bucks to do it this way, at least in terms of cost. Now, whether they make up for it in profit is to be seen, because I know the Ch'King was fairly popular, so I know this chicken sandwich will not replicate that popularity at all, because it's just not that great. Again, it's back to a kind of mediocre chicken sandwich like it was back in the day. So I understand the cost savings there, but then charging more money for it does kind of suck as a consumer. But again, I see their point, because they know that there's always going to be people who want a chicken sandwich regardless of how quality it is, because they just don't feel like a burger, and they're at Burger King with their family or friends or a group of people or whatever, or they're driving through and they're tired at night and they're going home and they want a chicken sandwich. That's what they get, and they can justify charging more for it because those people will pay the prices to have the chicken sandwich versus a burger. It makes sense in the market, at least in my mind. I don't know if that's how it really works. I don't have the pen and paper in front of me. I'm not an analyst or anything, but that's what I think the situation is. So there's my long-winded rant on the position of the chicken sandwich. I'll be curious to see what McDonald's does in the interim. I'm curious to see how long they'll keep their current crispy chicken sandwich, which is kind of like trying to compete with Popeyes, but it's very different. I think a lot of people realize that, and it feels like an item that not a lot of people get. And I'm not sure how much longer it'll be around, because I feel like most people who are going to McDonald's are going cheap. They're going to get a McChicken or something like that. And the quality of their chicken sandwich doesn't match Popeyes enough for them to charge the premium that they do for it. So we'll see what McDonald's does, but I feel like this move for Burger King is probably smart in terms of financials. It sucks for people who like the Ch'King, but I think it makes sense to replace it with this kind of mediocre chicken sandwich. It sucks for everybody. It sucks for the consumers, but I think it makes sense for Burger King and their position in the fast food market. So that's that. That's my long-winded rant on the Burger King's new chicken sandwich, which is just a mediocre chicken sandwich. It's a 3 out of 5. It's fine if you're going to Burger King and just don't want to get a burger and you want a chicken sandwich. There it is. It's a fine alternative, but you're not going to get anything special. So that's that, and I will see you next time.